If you are anything like me, then you struggle with cutting the applique when you are doing embroidery. Look at this. This was me. I did this. Let me give you a few tips and tricks that will be sure to help you on your embroidery journey. Let's get started. Hello everyone, and welcome to Crafting with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. In today's tutorial, we are doing a multitude of things, so this video may be a little bit longer than my normal content, but it's because I really want to take you step by step through this process. At the end of this video, if you find it helpful, please remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Now, without further ado, let's get started with our fabric applique with the trending side bow. Let's get started. Because this is such a big project, I'll be using several materials. First, I'm using a black Gildan sweatshirt that I purchased locally. This fabric was purchased from Hobby Lobby. I'll use my applique scissors as needed. Hopefully I won't need them very much. I'll use my HTV Ront Mini 3 heat press to press the letters and the bows onto the fabric. I'm using my 11 by 13 Mighty Hoop. I'm also using the 11 by 13 backing holder. I'll use the Hoop Master Station to help me get my sweatshirt hooped and make sure that it's straight. I am using Cutaway Stabilizer, and I'm also using the Heat and Bond Ultra Hold in the red package. And I may use my big heat press that's back there behind the Hoop Master Station. It's a 16 by 20 auto open Waller press that I purchased from Heat Transfer Warehouse. And I will use my Cricut Maker to cut out the letters and to cut out the bows that are going to go on the side. I think that's all of the materials. If there is something additional, I will still make sure it is linked below the video. The first thing I'm going to do is cut 2 pieces of Heat and Bond. One will be 8 by 12 and the other will be 6 by 12. So I'll use my Cricut ruler and my Cricut self-healing mat. And I'm just going to cut a piece of Heat and Bond. So I started with the Heat and Bond and I just cut 2 pieces, one that was 6 by 12 and the other that was 8 by 12. When I finished that, I cut fabric to match. One piece that was 6 by 12 and another that was 8 by 12. When I finished that, it was time to head over to the heat press. I have my first piece of fabric. I have parchment paper on my heat press, and I am placing the Heat and Bond down first. This is the scratchy side. This is what's going to be adhered to the back of the fabric. And I'm also going to place parchment paper on top so that none of the adhesive gets on my heat press. And I'm pressing this on 315 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 seconds. I pressed the other set of Heat and Bond and fabric, and then it was time to move over to Cricut Design Space. I am in Cricut Design Space and I already have the files uploaded that go along with the templates that I'm using. If you have already purchased the Faith in God template, then the SVG will be offered to you as well. What I'm doing now is moving the template down and making sure that everything is sized accordingly. And what I'll do next is select Browse All Materials, and I'll scroll down to the fabric section and I selected Cotton Bonded. The next thing I did was change the pressure from default to less pressure. Everything I'll do from here will be back on the camera. Okay, I have my first piece of fabric and it still has the backing on it from the Heat and Bond. I'm going to place it on the mat face up. I'm making sure my words are in the right direction. So I'm going to place this down on the mat, and I'm using my regular fine point blade using my regular Cricut fine point blade. I'll press the flashing C, and I'll let my Cricut cut this out. I am going to check to see if it cut all the way through just by lifting it up. Now it does look like I have a good cut, so let's kind of just do a really good look at this. It looks like I got a very good cut, so I am going to remove this. Okay, and I'll get the next piece of fabric loaded onto my mat so I can look at this and see that my letters cut out nicely. So there's my G. That looks great. Okay. Okay, I have my next piece of fabric on the mat, and I'm going to get the two bows cut out. I used my 11 by 13 mighty hoop and cutaway stabilizer. I started on the table and then I ended up hooping my sweatshirt from the Hoop Master station, and then it was time to head over to the embroidery machine. I have my hoop on my sweatshirt. Now I'm going to place the hoop on the embroidery machine. I'm making sure that I'm not going to hoop the sweatshirt to itself. I'm making sure that the embroidery arm, I can feel it all the way through to the back. Now I'm going to select the design. So I'll go to select design. I'm doing the Faith in God portion first. So I'll scroll down. I'm at the embroidery machine. I've already selected the file and I'm selecting my 11 by 13 mighty hoop. The hoop will automatically adjust to be centered on the machine. The next thing I'll do is go through and make the color selections. I'm selecting white for my placement stitch, and I will select the other colors that I'm planning to use with the file. Now that I have my color selected, I'm going to quickly do a trace to make sure that my embroidery area is exactly where I want it. And I'll do an area trace with my presser foot pressed down to make sure that my needle is safe and it won't hit the hoop. We are good to go with our trace. Now let's do our placement stitch. The placement stitch is complete, I am going to get the letters put in place so they can be tacked down to the fabric. What I'm doing now is placing the letters on top of the sweatshirt, and I have removed the backing already from the letter G. There is a little bit of spray adhesive on the back to help me keep the letters in place when it's time for the tack down stitch. And I'm just doing my best to line up the fabric as best as I can inside of the placement stitch. Here is the O that I'm working on next. And once again, I'm removing the backing from the heat and bond and then placing the letters where they should go inside the placement stitch. Now that I have all of the letters in place, I'm going over them to make sure they are secured to the sweatshirt with my HTV Romp Mini Press 3. It is set for 320 degrees. I kept the little mini press moving the entire time. Once the tack down stitch is complete, the next part of the template to be embroidered is the center where the word faith goes. All right, let's hoop it out and get a look at it. I'm going to cut this string away and make sure that other string stays out of the way. And then we will continue with the satin stitch and hope for the best. Center stitch, I was carefully watching the machine, making sure that my letters were being stitched out nicely. I really was starting to fall in love with this file all over again. Once the satin stitch was finished, I was literally in love with this. Let's take a closer look at it. For the most part, everything looks great. I can see a few places that need to be cleaned up, but I'm very pleased with it already. Once the satin stitch was finished, it was time to move on to the side bows. I hooped another piece of cutaway stabilizer on the 11 by 13 mighty hoop, and I started with a placement stitch. Double check the side seam of my sweatshirt and prepared to add it to the hoop. I was floating it onto the hoop and not actually hooping the sweatshirt. I used those 4 pieces of painter's tape that's right there on the left side of my embroidery machine, and I taped the sweatshirt to the hoop. Double check that you are not stitching your sweatshirt to itself. Tack down the sweatshirt to the stabilizer. Once the sweatshirt was attached to the stabilizer, I grabbed my fabric bow and I repeated the tack down stitch. Once you are sure about the placement of the fabric bow, grab your little mini press and press it down to make sure it is nice and flat before you start that tack down stitch. Now we are doing a tack down stitch of the fabric bow to the sweatshirt. Keep double checking to make sure that your sweatshirt is not being stitched to itself. Prior to moving forward with the satin stitch, it's time to do my least favorite part, which is cutting the center. I'm going to get close to the fabric and not cut the fabric. In the final stretch, I have added my hoop back to the machine. I'm doing my satin stitch. This bow file comes with additional stitches that are optional. So on one side of my sweatshirt, I did it with the additional stitches, and on the other side, I did it without. Leave me a comment below and let me know, will you do yours this way if you're using this file, or will you just keep it plain so that you can see the scriptures clearly? So this is what it looks like with the additional stitches. I love this so much, and this is how it looks without. Which one is your favorite? Let me know. Hopefully you have found this helpful. If you did, please remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell for notifications, because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye.